All right, we are back here in the downpour at the PSP NJ Open, and it's going to be a hell of a game as we watch 187 take on the Hurricanes. I'm Matty Marshall. I got Steve Rabikoff braving the elements with me up here as the downpour starts to kick in. It should be a great game, though. Both these teams real strong. And the Hurricanes, used to be a pro team. upTon 187 crew has really, again, look at that. The referees themselves hiding from
lightning. I don't even hear you now.
Yeah, hiding from the elements. But again, this is paintball. The weather gods are never kind, but you just got to fight through it. And that's what these teams have to do right now, is fight through this. So we got ourselves about 1 minute and 10 seconds to go as we all say hello, and the Thunder says hello from Cream Ridge, New Jersey. And these two teams going to battle out right now to try to take on Top Gun Union, who took down Assault in a hotly contested match. Just watch that one and see the players trying to do whatever they can to keep their equipment dry and stable. These guns are electronic race gun, basically, race cars as a gun, fueled by batteries and air and seals that do not take kindly to moisture and water. And neither do we, which is one of the reasons we have a satellite feed getting this internet to you guys here. And this rain really wreaks havoc on our ability to bring you. So it looks like the countdown is paused and the teams go scurrying for cover. And so we'll see how long of a delay we have here. As soon as I know, I'll let you know. So it's probably going to be like this all day today, as the countdown has been paused at 30 seconds, and the referees and the powers that be are going to try to sort this all out and figure out how long of a break we're going to have. And while we have a little bit of a break, just want to talk about the games we have coming up. Very interesting in the Pro Division at this event. Tampa Bay Damage versus Los Angeles Ironman is coming at you after this match. And then Dynasty Edmonton Impact. Now, those teams that made it through a very brutal Friday and Saturday competition. One of the divisions, complete bloodbath. And it was a very interesting thing to watch as the Russian Legion went 1-3 and Infamous went 0-4, which is a pretty astounding considering the talent level of both those squads and the level of support that they have.
I can't think of the last time I've seen Infamous go 0 at an event, and I don't know when the last time the Russians lost 3 games in the prelims ever.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I think the last time that they got knocked out in, it was
2007 or 2008.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about yesterday. It was 2007.
That's a
yeah, that's a good clip of going without having ever not gone to Sunday.
Yeah.
So
especially Sunday, they've been in the finals in the last, I think, 1, 2, 3, 5 tournaments. They've been in the finals playing for first or second. If they weren't winning, they were in the finals. So this is a big that was a wake-up call for them yesterday, I'm sure.
Yeah, big wake-up call for both those teams, man. I mean, and having they have just had Nikki Cuba and then your son Justin Rabikoff up here doing some commentary yesterday, and they just they had their good heads about them. I mean, those guys have been through wars, and they understand that this is a long road, and sometimes there's valleys along with the peaks, but they just don't know what to fix. Yeah. You talk to them, and I'm like, so what went wrong? And they're like, we don't know. If you know, can you please tell us? And I'm like, I don't know either, man. I watched all your games. I can't tell you. You guys just didn't play well.
From watching, I think that for the Russians, they were just out of position. I think this double snake threw the kitchen sink at them, and they just didn't make the right adjustments fast enough. Mm-hmm. And then when they went into that game, the infamous Russian Legion game, you had both teams were 0-3 at the time, so someone was going 0-4. unfortunately.
Yeah,
and
at the time, someone was going 0-4. And I remember watching that game thinking, man, this is a tough game to play. Because you know if you lose this game, you didn't win a game at the event.
Yeah.
Which is a heartbreaker and a really tough thing to take as you try to prepare for World Cup. I mean, that's always going to be in the back of your mind. It's like, wow, we don't even know what happened at this event. We just didn't even play well and we got beat.
But the only thing you could say positive, if there was one, is that they did it here and not at World Cup, so they still can go to World Cup. Obviously, if you're gonna tank,
suck at an event,
do it here.
Yeah, do it at this,
before World Cup.
Do it at the event right before
and
World Cup.
Fix it between them, and I'm sure they will. But their miscues is other people's fortune, so and that's Damage. Now Damage is trying to get back. I don't think they've been in the final since Phoenix of last year when they played Edmonton Impact. And Impact as well is trying to get back to the finals. They've been knocking on the door. They just haven't kicked it in. So Damage wants to get back to that podium. And the Ironman, take the Ironman. They weren't expected. This was supposed to be a rebuilding year for them, and they're rebuilding quite well.
I think they're rebuilding fast, though. And how quick a team is able to rebuild is really a factor of how quick the young guys that they bring on can absorb the skill and the mindset that it takes to succeed at this level of play. So the fact that the young guys on that team, Kyle Spica, CC, Humphreys, those guys, the fact that they've been able to pick up the speed of the game as quick as they have, as we see the teams now spilling out onto the field. So we're about to get this rolling here. And yeah, so again, it's how quick those guys can implement the skills that they are trying to pick up, and really it's the speed of the game, the timing, the moves, the mindset, the ability to get whooped and to come back and not let those defeats affect your mental tenacity, really. So I think that the fact that those young guys on the Ironman have been able to absorb the knowledge from guys like Nico, guys like Billy Wing, guys like Mike Paxton. I mean, those are some legendary paintball players right there to play alongside. And and Brandon Short, Brandon Short's the bridge between the young and the old. Brandon's not that old. I think he's 24, 25. And because he's been playing the game for so long, he's a world champion himself, Yep. And there it is right there. You're looking at the Hurricanes getting ready to go. They got the beanies over their goggles and their barrels taped up, and
hopefully the worst of that storm just zipped by and we can get some paintball.
So here we go, 5 seconds to go for the first point here. Again, it's a race to 5, 15 minutes on the clock, and there goes the 187 crew. Whoa, sliding through the muck.
As the game goes, he'll figure out when to make that slide a little bit earlier, not eat the dirt.
Okay, I'm going to say he hasn't played in much rain before.
Yeah, because he definitely did a head dive.
So the referees running around here going to try to keep this game as clean as possible. And I'll tell you what, I have played in some crazy slugfest before, actually against Infamous. Yep. In the rain, well, a couple of different teams, but
was it LA?
Yeah, that was probably
2006. That was probably the worst I've ever seen.
That was one of the most brutal games.
I was standing in a foot of water.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most brutal games that I've ever played in my entire life.
Penalty fest.
Oh yeah, it was. Well, first of all, it was at night.
It was at night.
It was at night under the lights at the Pomona Fairplex.
And I think John just joined Excessive. So he just left Infamous, right?
Yeah, it was insane.
It was a heated battle in a foot of mud.
And if you watch Heroes for a Day, you can check it out. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can watch it. So, all right, nice job so far. Both these teams here battling the elements, and both teams making moves. Hurricanes and Snake 1 on the pit side of the field, and so is the 187. No, at 187 crew getting taken out, eaten up over there in Snake 1. And you're seeing a slower point here, as it's just tough to get a straight shot a lot of times when and we would always say, just get closer then,
Yeah,
get closer.
I'll hear guys go, hey, this is doing this is doing that. The heat, the rain, paint, get closer.
Yeah, just get closer, man. So now both teams now 187 crew able to get into Snake 1. Hurricanes in the 50-yard line, Snake, so we could have a crazy battle over there. You're looking at the Hurricanes. That's the insert bunker on the spectator side of the field. And he's going to want to really effectively, he needs to work up. There's really no one shooting at him right now. Actually, I take that back. There's one person shooting at him, and it's Snake 1 on the opposite side of the field. But he's not really even addressing or looking that way. See, now finally, this this 187 player is getting his gun, and now he's going to try to make a move. Stutter stepped a little bit, and into the puddle he goes. So the race to the snake over here has been won by the 187 crew. Now he's going to need to get around that. He needs to get around there and get into the 50-yard line. Oh, you see that? They're now moved up to the insert Cerrito, and he's going to make his own. He's going to try to take him out.
Oh,
he ran with his gun down, though. I don't know
there.
why he was doing that. Looked like he might have got. They're probably going to pull both of them out of there. Yeah, they're pulling both of them out.
No, he should keep him in because he definitely shot him before he got there. And now he's getting iced.
Oh, crazy little move happened right there as Hurricanes trying to run through.
And they take out the ref doing so. Ref has no idea what just happened.
I think the ref, you see the ref shaking one off there. I think he got a knee to the temple. And at a crazy point here, it looks like there's only one 187 player left alive in the chaos as we were watching all that pandemonium go down over here on the spectator side of the field.
That was the right call by the ref because Hurricanes player was definitely hit, and he was getting ready to wipe him off, and then he took a couple more.
Yeah, and they took a couple more.
But that was the right call because he definitely got him first.
I agree, and you were calling that right. You know, hey, they should really keep that guy, because if you watch the Hurricane player, I don't know if it's because he slipped or too muddy or what it was, but you see he ran at the guy with his gun down, and that's not what you want to do.
Snake player was posted up, ready, and coming around, he got him right when he cleared the snake head, and that was the right call.
Yeah, that was definitely the right call.
I'd like to see that because it doesn't happen enough.
No,
the ref usually just goes, both of you are out.
Yeah, the ref was diligent about trying to get in there and make sure he made the right call and keep the 187 player in, but it didn't matter because, you know, back in the day, that used to be, we call that guy neutral so no one can advance on him, but there's no such thing anymore.
And that's why that player went, because he knew that, hey, if he's checking, I'm going to go get him.
Go get him off.
But he took out the ref with him.
He took out the ref with him. He got shot, but the problem was his boys died behind him, so it was definitely not the best of situations for either the ref or the Hurricanes, because they ended up losing that point. So the first point is going to go to the 187 crew. All right, so just about a minute and 29 seconds to go before the start of this next point. Now, the Hurricanes, interesting story. I mean, you have a situation where Hurricanes were a pro team for a couple years, and they had some limited success. They never were able to really get to the top, but they earned some respect, but they felt that it was going to be better for them to be more competitive is to drop down to D1, rebuild their team. You know, Jeff Stein, the owner of that team, friend of mine, like that guy. He's got a good paintball mind, and I think that was the right move for him. So now they're trying to work their way back into the pro ranks by rebuilding here in D1, and a win here would be huge for them. Again, right after this game, we got our first pro match of the day. You're watching the D1 semifinals here at the PSP New Jersey Open, and I'm Matty Marshall. I'm up here with Steve Rabikoff, former Ironman, former Avalanche, former Infamous, former Houston Heat. A lot of formers.
Got a lot of formers.
Former DC Devastation.
That's right.
He teaches clinics, he runs paintball tournaments, and he works for GI Sports.
Works for GI Sports.
He is here courtesy of GI Sports. So we thank you for letting Steve away from the truck to help
I'm
break
looking at
the game
truck.
down.
We're doing great. We have teams playing in got the Ironman and Damage getting ready to play. So we'll have a team in the finals. That's since we've debuted at World Cup last year. 4 tournaments, 4 finals for GI Sports.
Really?
Yes. We won World Cup with Russian Legion. Second event, they made the finals against Dynasty. We won the last event, and we have a team that's going to go in the finals again. Will we win? Who knows? But
Do you sponsor any of these teams?
No. 187 shoots key, and so does is this Hurricanes? They both shoot key.
All right, so the score 1-0. 187 crew is in the gray and black, and the Hurricanes in blue. So you're looking at 187 crew right now on your screen, and they are going to try to get to that next bunker, get to that super important snake structure. Now, again, if you're just tuning in, you haven't watched any of the webcasts yesterday, this field, very interesting layout. It's a very technical field. There's snakes on both sides. The snake at the top center portion of your screen. Now look at this though, just as the game going on right now. All 4 players left alive for the Hurricanes are all on the stronger snake side of the field. That side is a stronger side. More aggression over there. You can do more aggressive moves and get a little crazy over there. The other side, the snake on the grandstand side of the field, that is a much more conservative snake. You can do work over there too, but it's harder to get to, and you can't do as much when you get there. So you're watching these teams flood a lot of bodies towards that pit side of the field, and they're getting work done.
There he goes, 187. Oh, he gets eliminated going to Snake 1 on the pit side. So that was a good move, but he ran into Hurricanes player that's over there. That now is moved to the Snake 50.
Yeah, and the thing is the Hurricanes, they need this point to tie it up. They're in really good position to do that. There's only 3 players left alive, it looks like, for 187. 187 needs to get into the Snake, though. Hey, look at this, Steve. There's no one shooting at. Okay, now finally the stand-up has switched his gun back over, but for a long time, you can see right now the stand-up for the Hurricanes. That stand-up can. He's got his gun. He's on that Snake line. He's got a great angle right there to get a shot on the 187 crew player. That's him trying. You can see, look, top right-hand portion of your screen, you can see his white beanie. I don't know why players wear white beanies. Yeah. Anytime somebody wears a white beanie, I'm so happy if I play against them because it's something for shoot at. Yeah. But it's raining, so maybe that's the only thing he had in his bag, you know? But so yeah, but you can see it there, top right-hand portion of your screen, and the white beanie and the puffs of smoke coming out of his barrel, and he's looking at that lane. He's got a great lane on him right there, and it looks like the 187 player might be having some problems with his gun. You can see he's tucked in there tight, working on it, and Hurricanes.
It's equal because Hurricanes have a loader that he's trying to clean out. He's got problems.
This is what happens when it rains, though. As soon as it starts to rain, you're going to have a percentage of your equipment go down. It's inevitable. Yeah, you try to fight as much as you can. You know, the products that are being made by these companies. I'm not just saying that because these sponsors sponsor us, but it really, I mean, the guns have made quantum leaps since back in the day.
Guns, paint, from all
the loaders, all the technology has really advanced a lot.
Today is a day of, you need a lot of luck today. You need to make sure your equipment survives more than the other guys. And everyone's got skill, but you need today, and these elements, you need a lot of luck.
Yeah, in today's competition, and we said it yesterday, and you'll hear me say it a lot when we're talking about paintball, but man, me and David Williamson from Dynasty that I grew up playing with, you know, we always used to say, man, we'd rather be lucky than good any day.
I miss not having that guy around here because he always gets some good stuff when he's around.
Yeah.
If you want to hear
brutally honest.
If you want to hear the good stuff, just go stand next to Davey.
Yeah, so major surgery being done right now for the 187 crew. And he's really trying to get his gun up. And you can see the Hurricanes now trying to make his own move into the Snake. And that's Daniel Zielinski for 187 crew. Zielinski's in there. He's trying to make something happen with this gun. And I can't tell from here just because he's hugging up on it so much. I think it might be a loader issue. Oh, the Hurricanes lose one of their players on that pit side of the field, but they got Billy Bernaccia doing work over there.
And does he take the player out? Let's see. Oh, he does pull him out.
So Billy Bernaccia getting all of the 187 crew players off that side and clearing it out. So there's one Hurricane player left alive on that side, and he moves up to the center. Oh, and Zielinski is going to have to call himself out. I don't know if he got shot or tapped out or what. I mean, obviously, these major gun issues. He probably
just said, I can't get this gun up. I'm gonna put my hand up instead of taking a back massage.
Yeah.
I'm already wet.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, that's one less thing you got to clean up. I mean, you're already going to have to do, get a new gun, and you only have 2 minutes to do it. So we got ourselves a time match here. It's going to be 1-1.
You know who's doing really well today? All the paint companies with all their umbrellas.
Yeah, they are.
They're out in force.
All right, so we have some moves here from that last point. Let's check it out. So you're looking at the breakout here from the 187 crews. They spread the field, and in this rain, that's a smart play because it's just so hard to get a straight stream, a consistent straight stream out of your gun. Now, on the flip side, here come the Hurricanes. Diving, nice. That was a perfectly timed dive here with the rain-slick grass, but he ended up getting called out of there. So we got ourselves about 1 minute to go here. 6 minutes and 36 seconds left to play in this very close, hotly contested match as the rain really starts to dump down now. I really feel bad for these referees, man. Some of them don't even, and our camera guys as well, too.
And think about them. It's raining on them. They're having a hard time probably seeing as well. They don't have an umbrella like the spectators here.
No. So you can just see the torrential downpour that started to hit New Jersey here. We're in Cream Ridge, New Jersey. Top Gun Paintball. It's a great facility, great place to play if you're from the East Coast and you ever have a chance to get out here, you should do so. And also, again, we're bringing this live feed to you from a satellite uplink. And if you have some issues with your internet, it's because of the elements. So we're going to try to struggle as much as we can to try to bring you a consistent live feed. Here you go, 187 crew on the breakout. Nice job. Keeping, looks like 4 bodies alive. Nope, 5 bodies alive. And all getting into the snake one. Nice move from 187, pushing aggressively up that stronger side of the field and into the 50-yard line. You see the Hurricanes, they're just rolling their guns, not making any offensive movements right now. That's a mistake. In this rain, you want to make those offensive moves. It's so hard to shoot guys from far away in the torrential downpour.
And when you get there in those key spots first, it's hard for those other guys to catch up and make those moves. So
exactly.
they're stopping you. So
exactly. And so like we talked about, man, get closer. If you're not shooting straight, you're breaking paint, whatever, you just got to get closer. And the only way to do that is to go forward and make those smart bumps. And honestly, sometimes you can take big bites out there. I don't advise it, but you know,
187 did.
Yeah, so many times, man. You're trying to shoot a lane and a downpour, and a guy's just running right through your stream.
Yeah. And 187 now, you can see he's thinking about getting this snake on the spectator side here. So if they get that, that's going to make things real difficult for the Hurricanes to get out of that situation.
Yeah, the Hurricanes, and now we got just coming up on 5:15 left to play here in our second Division I semifinal match, already waiting in the finals. Top Gun Union as they took down Assault in very close games, just like this game's been very close. I like that all these top Division I teams are really evenly matched. Yeah. You know, and it makes sense though. I mean, if you look at the rosters, they've got some guys with experience pretty much all over the place. You know, it looks like, you know, with 187 crew, I think they're the only team that doesn't have any sort of
former pro
guys, which is also cool to think about too.
It's awesome actually that they're out here battling. They haven't brought in any help yet.
4 minutes and 31 seconds to go. You're looking at 187 crew in the gray and black on your screen right now, and it's Zielinski. It looks like he got a gun that works now, and he's shooting inside. And you can see there, oh, look at that, aggressive moves going down on that snake side.
Oh, here comes a penalty.
Pit side.
Here comes a penalty on the Hurricanes.
Billy Bernaccia, penalty is going to be called on the Hurricanes. Billy Bernaccia looks like he spun. That's not good for the Hurricane fans. If you're a Hurricane fan, you know, Billy Bernaccia, arguably the best player on that team. And
just did him in.
Yeah, very seasoned pro. And now 187. But hey, if that was going to happen, you want that to happen now. You don't want that to happen 2.5, 3 minutes from now when they're not going to have enough time to get back on the board. So, okay, very smart. They blow the horn. The Hurricanes are going to reset. And we can't tell. I didn't see a flag. I just saw the call go up in the air. So I don't know if that was a major or a minor penalty.
I saw a double arm go. And 2 guys walked off, so that must have been a major.
Yeah. So devastation for the Hurricanes on that point. The score is 2-1. Though in the divisional play, the penalties work a little different. There's no box, so you do not have to spend time in the box.
They penalize you instantly.
Yeah, they penalize you instantly. So,
which hurts. It's a little more painful, as you just saw.
And you don't get the guy back.
Billy went, and they took 2 guys right off his side and said, "Come on down, 187."
Yeah, you have a chance to redeem yourself in the pros, and you don't have a chance to redeem yourself.
No, that was
D1.
That was look down, look at the worms, and get off the field.
Yeah. Check out the grass, the structure of the grass.
And
look at this puddle.
351, 2-1. Another game that's close. And I think it's gonna be like this all day. I think maybe the pros come out here, maybe it'll pick up. But still, if it rains like this, it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be difficult. And the thing is that, you know, you got to take this into consideration as well. Is the longer that this downpour continues, the more that field is going to become a sloppy, muddy mess. And then you really have to be careful on your dives, making sure you're not submerging your gun in a puddle. You know, in that slugfest we were talking about with Infamous years ago in 2006, that field was such a lake that we were really having a problem. We were going through every single gun in our bag. Every gun that our sponsor had, every gun we had, I mean, it was hard to even get 5 working guns out on the field because there's so many puddles that if you have to lay out and dive into a spot, which is every game, then
it was rough.
Yeah.
I was coaching Infamous at the time, and I was standing literally in a foot of water, and I'm like, I'm not even enjoying this. These guys, I watched Davey dive to the corner, to the pit side, and he might as well have been in a pool. Yeah. And then he gets up. He goes, "This is terrible." I go, "Sure is."
The understatement of the year. So timeout was called.
Don't call timeouts, guys. Let's get this over with. There's no reason for a timeout.
I don't know. Maybe they had gun issues. They're like, we don't have 5 working guns. Call a timeout. Maybe with extra 2 minutes we can throw an extra battery in or something. Going to be a very interesting day, my friend. Very interesting day.
Yeah. Again, like everyone's got skill in all the divisions that have got their teams to today. Today's going to come down to did you slide in time, then slide past your bunker? Is your guns working? Today is luck. You need a lot of it today.
Yeah, it's going to be a day filled with a lot of good stories. And a lot of mess.
A lot of mess, and you know what? A day like this evens out the teams. It gives everybody, like right now, Dynasty's playing real high-powered, moving down the field quickly. That they're gonna get slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa.
All right, so the teams now taking the field, and they definitely waited to the very last minute of that timeout to go out into the rain, and that's very smart. And you're looking at 187 cRew getting in that 3-point stance, and then on the breakout. And now on your screen, the Hurricanes. Both breakout for both teams is pretty solid. No, looked like Hurricanes lost one of their players as he is walking off, looked like from the back right. And now 187 making a move up to the center. 187 cRew, 4 guns up. And they have 5 players alive.
3 minutes 10 seconds, and now they make a move to Dorito 1. So the clock is clicking. Oh, yeah. They just eliminate Hurricanes on the spectator side. This is
definitely in the favor of 187 cRew as they still have 5 players left alive. Oh, puddle jump. His gun's still working though. And double knee slide right behind him.
I love the double knee slide.
I would be honestly today, the Superman dive, don't do it if you don't have to, man. There's no reason to.
Today you get a pass for the double knee slide.
There should be double knee. Look at this big move all the way up through the center. Oh, and he's able to take him out clean. He might have got double 2-pack. Nope.
They got the guy.
He definitely put paint on the second player, but it looks like they called them both clean, and that is going to do it for the Hurricanes. No, there's still 1 player for the Hurricanes left alive, and I think the 187 cRew doesn't know that he is, but they're going to concede the point. Wow. It looked like that was going to be a good move as Zielinski looked like he got taken out, but it's just so tough to see from this angle.
When he got hit, we don't know. I thought he got 1 of the 2, but the ref saw it differently, so.
Yeah, so it was Zielinski and I believe Brian Jenkel in there for 187 cRew. You can see those puddles starting to form. It looks like sand patches, at least on my monitor, but those are puddles, mud pits. Oh, yeah. And they are going to just get bigger and bigger and bigger as the day goes on. We have a lot of games to play. You are watching the upTon 187 cRew take on the New England Hurricanes. And next up, we have the first pro game of the day in the semifinals. Tampa Bay Damage going to be taking on Los Angeles Ironman. The score is 3-1 in favor of the 187 cRew right now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remains on the clock. And 187 really in the driver's seat at this point, Steve. With the Hurricanes down 2 in these conditions, with just 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, if I'm their coach, I'm going to be probably putting together a pretty aggressive game plan. You know what we have not seen out of the divisional teams?
They haven't played the middle at all.
Exactly. You read my mind. They haven't seen the middle. And any time that you have a field that you can do aggressive moves up the middle and you throw some conditions in like this, and you throw the fact that there's 2 minutes and 30 seconds down, I really hope that these guys got a chance to watch some of these pro games, particularly Chad George playing for Impact. Man, that kid was all over the place. He played the center, played both sides of the field, and was really getting things done. And a lot of that was some aggressive moves through the middle. A lot of teams actually had some aggressive plays through the middle. So I think that, looks like 187 is calling a timeout.
Thanks, guys.
Prolonging the agony.
The agony. The conditions that we're sitting in right now have improved.
Yeah.
But I posted a little pic on the Facebook just to give them an idea of what we're sitting in up here. You're talking, I'm over here pushing water off of us.
Yeah.
Making sure it doesn't get too heavy.
40 gallons of water getting onto the top of our. You have to continue. Can you just keep doing that?
I'll keep doing that
every 10 minutes or so.
I feel sorry for the poor person that's walking below.
Yeah.
When I do that, they're going to get about 5 gallons of water on them.
So minute and 25 seconds to go as the ref's taking shelter as well underneath the A. So yeah, if I'm the Hurricanes, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to. I would run a guy directly at the A and try to slide him into that the 50-yard line Dorito, and then when the guns turn there, try to get some gain some ground on the sidelines. Maybe send somebody off the break to one of the snake ones. You know, send somebody to the first part of the snake. The closer one is on the pit side of the field, and I've seen guys make that off the break. So you can see that at the top center of your screen, that's the snake structure on the player side of the field, and you can make that off the break. It has been done, and it was done in nice weather. So the fact that it's raining and it's really hard to get a straight shot sometimes in conditions like this, then again, the Hurricanes don't have a choice. They do not have the ability, they don't have the time to go out and play one of those long points that we've been seeing all morning. And I understand why they're playing slow like this, and rightfully so. I mean, it's just really hard to to get your gun working, to get out to those spots. But that being said, look at what Alvin did for Top Gun in that last game that we just watched this morning.
I got to make something happen. I'm going to go run through the middle here.
Yeah.
And he got it. And
all right, here we go. Look at this. Again, as I said, aggressive all the way. He chose the other snake, the farther route, though. And that's actually pretty smart because there's not many guns, and he gets taken out, though.
And 187 just got a penalty, so one of the players decided that they wanted to make this close. Oh, yeah.
Well, that is exactly what the Hurricanes wanted. So a major penalty on 187, and 3 bodies walk off at the same time. They only have 2 players left alive over here on the spectator side of the field. And now they're in the snake, and the other both snakes in the snake one. 3 players left alive for Hurricanes, and referee going to get in there and pull another Hurricane player out to make this interesting. So we got ourselves a 2-on-2 field position in Hurricanes' favor.
And is Hurricane going to, can he snap shoot this guy out?
Yeah,
let's see.
You're looking at it.
And he did. He pops him.
Oh, and he snap shoots him out. I don't think Zielinski knew he was there.
1 minute and 25, so they got to get this point here.
And that is going to do it for 187. So nice job by the Hurricanes, and a very inopportune penalty.
What not to do? You're up 3-1, and you go out there and get a major. Take 2 of your buddies with you, and now you get the Hurricanes a 1-point game with 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's 2 games in a row we've had this.
Yeah, we're not going to give him the smartest player of the day award, that's for sure. Couldn't see who the penalty was on because it happened so fast. But regardless, it happened, and we have ourselves a 1-point match with 1 minute and 10 seconds. So, hey, we could potentially see another overtime game.
The Hurricanes come out with that aggressive move again.
I think he made it to snake 1.
He did.
I think he got shot when he came around trying to get into the 50-yard line part of the snake. So if they do that again, then Or maybe change it up, go to the opposite side. But I still nothing with the middle. I don't think these players watched these pro games that we saw yesterday, because if they did, they would know that there are a lot of moves you can do at that center of the field. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but I mean, there's like 3 different moves you can do.
Field yesterday.
You can absolutely, there's 3 different moves you can do. You can either go to the right side, left side, or 50-yard line to read.
I think I saw Damage and Justin take that Dorito on the 50 Dorito on the break a few times. I think I saw Impact.
Justin from Russians.
There's
your kid.
2 or 3 people that made that 50 Dorito and lived there and made something happen.
I think Dynasty did the play up the center. I mean, there's been a lot of action up the center, decent amount of action up the center. It's one of those things. It's a risky move. You know, I mean, you are running the length of the field, and a lot of that is out in the open. But the thing is because so much of the firepower off the break goes to the snakes and goes to the corners, that it's effective. It can be effective, and I'd actually say that they got to those far spots more than 50-50. So, but I don't know. We'll see here. 15 seconds to go before the start of this potentially last point. Let's see if the Hurricanes can get another quick point on the board and tie it up, take it to 3-3.
Hurricanes running out to the last seconds. If he makes it, he made it. Here we go.
All right, here it is. You're looking at the Hurricanes digging hard all the way to the snake off the break, and I think he might have made it in clean. The referee's going to get in there and check him out.
He thinks he's hit. He's got that look.
Look at this, though. 2 players come off for 187. Oh, he did get taken out.
2 players for Hurricanes, so it's 3-on-3.
It's all right, though. They got it, though.
With the Hurricanes and the snake. That's a good move.
They made it in there, so it's 3-on-3, and the Hurricanes have field position, but they do not have much time. 44 seconds, 43. Time is ticking off. They need to score this point to tie it up and try to take it into sudden death overtime.
And 187 makes it to their snake 1. So we got a snake player on the coach's side. And what
that's going to do is slow
it down.
Hurricanes down, and that's exactly what 187 needed to do. Nice job by 187 to get into that snake on the pit side of the field. And again, it's going to slow things down. And now here come the Hurricanes. He's going to try to take that player out. I think that's Billy Renaccia.
Billy gets taken out. Here comes 187 down.
And now he's just going to run it. He's going to try to make it. He loses his loader, though, and dives in, taking out the... But he dropped his loader, and that is a very unfortunate turn of events for the Hurricanes, because I think he made it all the way in clean, but because he dropped a piece of his equipment and went for more than, I believe it's 5 feet, well, you cannot drop a piece of your equipment and leave it, and because of the rain and because of the wetness and in that joint of that, you know, where the hopper goes into the gun. But what an awesome move. You know, I love seeing that, man.
Hey, they left it out. They left it out.
Hey, he should be proud. You know, I mean, it was, again,
and
what do we talk about? Luck.
Luck.
Pure luck is what kept the Hurricanes from advancing to play, or to go into sudden death overtime.
And he took out the penalty box, and I'm sure he's going to be sore when he gets in there, because that was a good slide.
Oh, it was a great move. It was awesome. Great job. That was heads-up paintball right there.
He went for it, and that's what you want to see, man.
You
got to make those moves here, because you're going to have to make them at the next level.
Yeah, and I'm glad that he had the tenacity to try to do something like that, and it was great to see. So nice job by both teams to struggle it out here. I'll give props to both teams. Very close match, lowest scoring that we've seen pretty much.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of these games. They're just super low-scoring games, these really long points. Now, that being said, again, this is a race-to-5 format, and they don't have as much time. It's 15 minutes on the clock in game time. But great job by both teams to struggle out here, and congratulations to the upTon 187 crew, as they will be advancing to play T1 Top Gun Union in the D1 Finals, which will be coming at you this afternoon. Next up, we have our first pro game of the day. Tampa Bay Damage taking on the Los Angeles Ironmen, our first semifinal matchup. I'm Andy Marshall with Steve Rabikoff. Do not go anywhere.